Here's the deal. You've seen the title, you know what this is about. Stephen King lets people make movies in exchange for $1 using any of his stories that he's written. You can take any of the properties that he designates as possible to use as dollar babies, as they call them, and you can make your own movie using his story as your template. So you get to do everything from the ground up, pre-production, production, post-production. You get to do all that stuff, all of it from the ground up. You get to write a script. You have his books to help you. You have his name to kind of, sort of, maybe-ish lean on. But here's the problem. Here's why you should never do a dollar baby, okay? All that effort that you put in doesn't matter. Here's why. You have to give Stephen King the rights to what you make, and you're not allowed to distribute it. So you might spend thousands of dollars putting together a film that you made on your own. The only thing you did that he contributed is his stories that he's already written. So you have a story that you can base your script on, that you can write a script, find actors, get your camera gear together, shoot it again, record audio, record foley, do all the editing and VFX work, do artwork, and put it out there. You can put it out there. And how can you put it out there? Film festivals. You can put it out there with film festivals. But here's what you can't do. You can't publish it online. You can't really, you're not even allowed to show it to people. I mean, you can show it to a couple of people privately, but the distribution rights are more strict than that. You're not even really strictly allowed to show it to your friends. You can distribute it. At least this is all from my memory, so I could be wrong about a detail or two. I'm not the one who signed the contract, but I did mute with Rob Darren, which you can't see anymore because I had to delete it. Because over here on my email, I got an email about a pending copyright strike. Now, thank God YouTube actually has pending copyright strikes now, so you can at least delete the stupid thing without having to talk to them and say, if you remove the strike, I'll delete the video and make dumb negotiations. But the thing is, what was copyright struck by Stephen King was the live stream that Stephen King said was okay, that Stephen King said we could do to premiere Rob Darren's Mute to the world on YouTube. And that live stream didn't just include that, it also included a little prequel film that I made, which you can see separately on my Gazing Cat Productions. Maybe it's on Jody Bruchon, but it's on one of my YouTube channels. It's just a little 1-minute thing I threw together in 3 hours to introduce the film. And then after the film, we had like a 30-minute Q&A. All that's gone now. I may repost just the Q&A and dump the actual movie from it, but I had to delete every trace of Mute that Stephen King owns. But Rob Darren spent thousands of dollars, traveled across the country, spent years of his life, and by extension, I also spent quite a bit of my time editing it together for him. All that's gone now. You can't see it. I'm technically not allowed to show it to you because we had to sign the rights to that over to Stephen King, or rather he did, because it's his deal. But the point is that if you make a dollar baby, Stephen King owns it. You can't distribute it. If Stephen King doesn't like it, you don't get to show it to anyone. All that work you did was largely for nothing. Now, if you're a filmmaking student with zero budget and you just want to goof off, maybe it's worth it to you. But if you're actually going to spend any serious effort, if you actually have a clue what you're doing, it's a complete waste. You need to partner with a writer who can write you an original story and who's willing to participate in a project with you. You don't need to sign a contract, pass $1 to Stephen King for consideration, which is what makes the contract valid legally, and then spend months or years of your life assembling a whole team of people to produce a work of art that then can never be shown to anyone. You can really only submit to film festivals, and that's it. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing it. Don't make Stephen King dollar baby films. At this point, I'm kind of regretting having helped Rob, not because of anything that Rob did, but because I got a copyright strike thing because I was just trying to show the thing that I spent a lot of time working on with him to the world. And it was out there for a while, and it's gone. And I can't show it to anyone now. So thanks a lot for that. That's wonderful. And the problem is, because I'm just the editor, I'm just the guy who puts it on the internet, I'm not the guy who signed the contract. None of that had anything to do with me, but because of the fact that that was done by people away from me, other people, okay? I had nothing to do directly with any of these deals. I can't show my work. And that annoys the crap out of me. Don't do what Rob did. Don't put serious effort into a Stephen King dollar baby. If you're a student, great opportunity perhaps. Now you don't have to worry about writing a decent story to start from. If you're not some student who's going to make a student level film that nobody's going to care about anyway, it's a waste of your resources. Make your own property that you control the distribution rights to, that you can control everything about, that you don't have to worry about someone else telling you who you can and cannot show it to. Because worst case scenario, you need to remember that if your film doesn't get picked up by anyone, if you're not going to be able to sell it to someone, if you're not going to be able to put it in a film festival and have it actually screened, at a minimum, you want to be able to put it up on the internet for free so that people can see what you did and appreciate it. And I can't even do that with this thing. And Rob can't do that with this thing. And clearly, Stephen King doesn't care for it enough to do anything with it. So what happens to it now is that I get a bunch of raw footage, final copies and stuff that I can watch on my own. And yeah, I could show to other people and just not say anything. But I can't publish it anywhere. I can't publish anything of value anywhere. There's a trailer. The only thing that's allowed is a trailer. You can put up to a 4-minute trailer online, and that's it. So I made a trailer. All that work for a trailer in the end. Not happy. And you know what? I know that a lot of people have positive experiences doing this. I know that there are a lot of reasons that you might do this, but I'm giving you my single personal experience to add to the pool of experiences. And my experience and my business senses, my understanding of these things tells me loudly, don't make a movie where someone else controls everything you can do with it. You can't do anything with this stuff, man. You're screwed. You put all this effort in and it's basically locked away in a vault somewhere in a basement. You know Raiders of the Lost Ark? You seen Raiders of the Lost Ark? You know at the end where they take the Ark, they stick it in a wooden box and they shove it in a humongous warehouse full of wooden boxes never to be opened again? That's what happens if you don't make a movie that's so fantastically impressive that Stephen King decides that you're allowed to do something with the thing that you put a bunch of time and effort and money into. Get your own original story, control your distribution rights afterwards as a result of it. Don't do a dollar baby unless you're a student that has nothing to lose and no reason you'd need to distribute it. If it's a throwaway film that you don't care about, go for it. Otherwise, those are my 2 cents. A cautionary tale, no dollar babies. And you know what? Stephen King, I don't think you're watching this, but Stephen King, if you are watching this, yes, I was happy to be able to work on the film, but the problem is you control the distribution rights too tightly. Why can't it be put online for free if you're not going to commercially exploit it ever in the future? Why don't you release that to people? Why don't you let people have the fruits of their labor? If you deny using it for any kind of commercial exploitation, you're already letting these people make all these stories and put them in film festivals. Why don't you just let them? Why don't you let people have back what they put all their time and effort into? Why do you keep that from them? I get that you wrote the story, but Stephen, it's such a minor part of it all. Yes, okay, it's the foundation for a screenplay. You didn't even write the screenplay, man. You just wrote the book that the screenplay's based on. They did everything else. Come on, man, at least let them have it. That's my plea. I got to get back to work. I hope this has been helpful and that you learned something. Take care. Thanks for watching.